So today I wanted to take everyone through the client portal or the client hub, if you will. Basically, it's the epicenter of JPS Pool Service. We've gone through a few different um, vendors over the years, and we um, really, really like Jobber, and we've got a lot of positive feedback from it. There are some quirks that we're still working out with them, but primarily this is our main source of information for both us and our clients. So I'd like to take you through the client portion of this. There's a few different options. As you can see here, we have requests, estimates, appointments, invoices, wallet, contact us, and refer a friend. I'm going to go through each one of them in some light detail, just so you feel comfortable using it. First off, in order to get to the client portal, you'll have to go to an invoice or give us a call or send us a text, and we can send you a link. But that link will automatically bring you into the portal, and it'll show up something like this. And so, like I said, there's a few different options. So the first one is requests. Now, requests can be anything, from getting samples of tile to fixing a piece of equipment, an additional cleaning for that week, anything pertaining to your pool. The only thing that it doesn't do is really, like with pool openings and closings, we send out a format for that. So that's the only thing that we would say. Pool openings and closings don't fit into this request setup, but if you did, it's not the end of the world. We would just send you the quote again, and we'd have to fill that out. Anyway, so first, to do a request, there's a couple different ways. You go into request here, and then you'd have this like I have set up. Now you can click new, or you can click this new request right here. So we click new. So first thing that's going to happen is you're going to see your information. So now this particular address is maybe one account. But some clients of ours have multiple accounts. So you would want to double check and just make sure. If you have two locations that we take care of, you'd want to make sure so that we knew which account it really was. And then here, we move into the details of the problem or the request. And so, maybe your heater's not firing, or, you want to get a quote on a new pool plaster, or you're interested in a variable speed pump, something like that. You just type it in: the heater not heating pool, and it could be, and it's making a banging noise. Okay, so any additional detail would be great, but if that's all you have, a lot of times you have one of your kids at home giving you the information. You don't know a lot. The most information you can give us, the better off we are. Now we pick a day. Typically it's going to be the first day available. Most people just want things done right away. We're not saying that that's what the case is, but we want to know the soonest that we can get there. Some clients, we can't get to the job because either there's always locked gates, or we're going into a building or something to that effect. So just let us know what dates we can do. We're going to reach out to you on this, and then really dial it in. But for this, it's just general purposes, and then another day that might work for you. So here we are. And then any time of the day. Now this is optional, because we can't guarantee anything. But if, like I said, if we have to get into a building, or there's a lock gate and you need to be around, we need to kind of set something up. But typically, any time is going to be the most convenient, because then we can work it into the schedule as we see fit. And then you hit submit. Then what's going to happen is, first of all, we're going to get a notification that someone requested something. It's going to pop up on my mobile device, and it's going to show up on Amanda's desktop, and she's going to be able to see what's going on. Now, we now you can go into your request and you can see the different ones that you've done. So here let's look at what you did. All right, so the pool heater's not heating the pool and it's making a really bad banging noise. Okay, so that would be a situation where we'd probably have you shut that off. We would be contacting you back and forth, letting you know what to do and setting up that appointment. Right? And then here is another one. You can look back at what you did previous. Man, your equipment's very loud. Probably time for an overhaul, but here we go. So here it is, right? And again, this is something that's already been requested. Now, when something like that happens, I've come out to the house, I've assessed the problem. Pool pump's extremely loud. Maybe it's an old single-speed pump. Well, maybe now you get an estimate, right? Don't have an estimate in this account, but let's say you wanted an estimate. Let's just say you needed to do that. Well, you can do that through the request form as well. You can request an estimate for maybe a new salt system or a new heater, anything like that. You can do that through this. And then you would also see a list of estimates. Anything that you've had in the past or whatever. Appointments is always something we always want to know. When are you coming, Josh, right? So you go here and you look at all your appointments. Now in the summertime, this is going to be detailed pretty frequently because especially for weekly service clients, you're going to see a lot of these future, past. Now those future appointments do move. We have to remember that unless we've guaranteed an appointment verbally over the phone or we actually set a time, these are moving targets because as you know, we get different weather situations or maybe an emergency pops up and we have to slide things. But for the most part, weekly service is about the same time every week, especially once we get into the height of the season. Everything kind of levels out. In the beginning it changes a little bit, but again, moving target. So any specific questions, you could always reach out to us. Then everybody's favorite part, invoices, right? So in here you'll have pending invoices that need to be paid, stuff that has not been paid yet, and you'll be able to take a look at any of your past invoices. Okay, click this. Let's see what JPS Pool Service did, right? So all right, they were at my house, they did weekly pool service. This is typically more detailed, but for this, just you would see your service date and you would be able to go through all that. You would see any chemicals that were in here, anything like that. Invoice numbers up here. Your paid balance, if you've paid it already, you would see that it's all zeroed out. Obviously there's nothing here, but you also see the total invoice balance, like maybe you've done a deposit on a particular invoice or something like that. And then you also have all your receipts right here. And you can download that as a PDF. For tax purposes, if you need to, you'd see that. The invoices, you could do that with the invoice as well. Come up here, download the PDF, and there you are. Okay. So what we're trying to promote here is also the wallet. The wallet is nice because you can get set up on automatic billing, which is great not only for you but for us as well. It simplifies everything. Sometimes if you have different projects going on, Jobber can't allocate the money properly, so we do it for the process here. But anyway, you would click here, you add a payment method, you go through, you put your card number in, and then you hit save. It'll also ask you if you want that to be on a regular reoccurring basis, and then we would just process at the end of the month when we do the invoices. Typically when we do the invoices, let's say it's on the 31st, we're pretty strict about that. Somewhere between the 30th and 31st, we wrap up all the invoices. Maybe the 1st, you get those invoices. We wait 2 or 3 days. Once everybody has the invoice and they're able to look at it, then we process it from there. Finally, well, not finally, actually, you have a contact us button. Everybody pretty much has our number, but if you don't, here it is. This is Amanda's number. She's going to be the main point of contact as far as scheduling is concerned. As everybody knows, I'm out in the field still, so this would be the main point of contact, but you could always contact me as well. Same email address, just instead of Amanda, it's Josh. These are our hours. They do vary. This is a general guideline. In the summer, Amanda tends to come a little bit early and leaves a little bit early, but you can still get us. This is all our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Yelp, Google. Keeps you up to date on some of the little things, little tidbits of information that we may not email to everybody. Sometimes we do a little promotion, or you can see what's going on, different ideas that others are doing. Maybe upgrading, like I said, to a controller or a variable speed pump, something to make your pool more efficient, or different chemical things, chemical alternatives. That's definitely a great way, because we typically don't send a bunch of mass emails out. I feel like that's a burden. And then finally, if you're happy with us, which I hope everybody is, refer a friend. So you click that, and if you just copy this link, you can send it to somebody. We give you $100 if that customer comes on board. Typically, it's just an account credit. We don't send out a $100 check. We just give you an account credit. You can email that to them through, like with me, I have a Mac, so if I clicked on that, it would take me to my email. Or you can just simply highlight this with, like I said, I'm on a Mac. I can highlight this and send it through my messages as well. Very nice way. And it also helps us to know who sent what. And that's that. So that is the account portal, the client portal, I should say. If you have any questions or want one of us to run through it with you, we'd be happy to jump on Zoom and map it all out. We're trying to get to the point where everyone is using this. It keeps the phone lines a little less busy, and again keeps things a lot more organized, especially in the summertime. So I'm going to continue to try and make some of these videos, both here in the office as well as in the field, so everybody gets a sense of what we're doing. And you could always look back for some notes if you have ever a question. So we thank you. Can't wait for spring. We'll see you then. Thank you.